The person who figures out a way to pivot first and master that is then going to become the blueprint. Stop chasing behind everybody else's coattails and complaining about not getting paid, and go to where the money is at. Newsflash, it's probably not in the local places. Orlando. Hey, Orlando. Are you in Orlando? I'm so tired of these Orlando intros. And my timeline recently has been inundated with commentary from food content creators who are complaining that the restaurants don't want to pay them to come eat their food and tell other people to come get it. Now listen. Don't shoot the messenger. But at some point, most content creators get to a point where they want their content to be a income driving tool for them, or they even want to be full-time doing content. And my question is, how is it that you expect for that to happen when the only type of content that you create is going to restaurants and saying, this is so good. Never had anything like it. Best I've ever had. The flavors are there. You can't create a sustainable, consistent income by just going to review other people's food. Like, if you have a content creator that does that, please show the class. Reviewing restaurants is a great addition to a creator's content, but making it your entire personality, like if I go to your page and all I see is food review after food review after food review, and every single one is, oh my gosh, it's so great. Oh, you've got to try this. Oh, I've never tasted anything like this. Now I don't even believe you. There's no credibility with your reviews because every single one is amazing. It's great. We have to try it. You're just telling people, go spend your money here because I went there. You don't have any understanding of flavor profiles. Can't even go to any restaurant, much less a steakhouse, and tell the different temperatures of how a steak is prepared or cooked or served. This is not the internet of 2022 or 2023. In 2025, there's a lot of things that is kind of like been there, done that, seen that, heard that, what's new. And if you are still trying to create content in 2025 as though it is 2022 and 2023, you won't make it. Meaning you're not the first person to talk about that restaurant, that happy hour, that special, that deal. So what's different? Because at a certain point, it comes to a point where we're at that point where people just don't care. So back to the complaint. The complaint that I'm hearing is, I'm not getting paid. They want content, but they don't want to pay for it. And my question is, well, why would they? And why should they? A food content creator, and I'm just using food so very loosely because if you are a food content creator, then I should see a variety of content on your page surrounding food, not just you going to restaurants to review food and wanting to get paid for that. But one thing at a time. Why should Joe Blow Smo pay you to come try their crispy chicken wings and seasoned French fries? Because the last 5 restaurants that you went to told me that it was just like amazing. They had the best wing and the best fry. Is it them, or is it the place you're doing now, or is it going to be the place that you're doing next week? This is why inundating your content with a bunch of food reviews and saying every single place and every single review is just so amazing that everybody has to try it. You lose credibility. The believability isn't even there anymore. Which is why reviewing restaurants in your content is, again, a great addition to, but making it your whole online persona just doesn't make sense. I think at some point, all creators want to be able to earn income from their content, and some even want to go full time. What's so special? What's unique about it? What is it that you are expecting to get paid? Are you hoping to be gifted a restaurant? Do you want a spot on the payroll? You want to be paid, but is somebody behind you that's willing to take $100 in a free meal and post, and theirs may go viral and yours may not? It just doesn't make sense for particularly these local places to invest in paying money to every food content creator that approaches them. The math just doesn't math for me. I'm not understanding how that makes sense in anybody's brain. Let me tell you something else that doesn't make sense, that I don't participate in, and I'm not even a food creator, but this is just any type of content. If there's going to be some sort of grand opening, some sort of influx of creators, I'm not going, because all of the creators are going to be there at the same time, getting the same content, showing the same pictures, the same atmosphere, the same drinks, the same food, the same entertainment. What does that do for me? There's a place that recently had a grand opening. I made content on this place months ago. They've now rebranded. They under a different name, but it's literally the same old spot. They had an influx of creators go, and after I saw 2 creators, If any other creators' content come across my timeline, I'm scrolling because I've already seen that. That helps out the business. That consistently gets the business's name on the FYP and into the algorithm. But as a creator, that doesn't do anything for you. And if you're somebody who just like the notoriety of being able to say, I got invited as a creator to go to this thing or this event or that place, I mean, then I guess so. But realistically, babes, you're not getting no money off of that. The business is. Did they cut you a check? Did they give you a little piece of the pie? Now, here's a play that makes sense that I have not seen not one Orlando food content creator bring to the forefront. Now, if you've seen them or heard them, drop it in the comments. Everybody wants to partner with these local Orlando businesses, and that's cool. But if you actually are trying to make money, if you would like to have a steady stream of income, if you want to be a full-time creator, the local places likely don't have the budget to pay all of you food creators. The places that have the budget for that are the big name chain restaurants that nobody's going to anymore. The Chili's, the Applebee's, Fridays, Miller's Ale House. We have a local NBA team, the Orlando Magic. Now, I know of two big name brands that partner with the NBA for the Orlando Magic. Wendy's was one last year. Papa John's, I know, is one this year. How come no one has a deal with either of those businesses who have the budget to pay food creators to tell your audience in Orlando, what do they get when the Orlando Magic win a game? I know for Wendy's last year when they won a game, you could go get you a free breakfast sandwich if you use a special code in the app or you said something in the drive-thru. Same thing with Papa John's this year. Why is it that all the men are complaining about not being able to watch the games? They got to be signed up for this subscription, Hulu, Netflix, and Disney Plus. How come nobody went to Chili's? Where are the creators who have a partnership talking about the Triple Dipper deal? Or, telling me what the local drink specials are at Applebee's. What about these big chains who actually have the budget to pay the food creators? But see, because it's so easy to get in with the local mom and pop place and fill up your content profile and your portfolio with a bunch of content that isn't paying you. See, everybody's going for the easy thing. Here's what makes the difference, though. The people who are smart are seeing that something isn't working. Everybody can't be complaining about not getting paid by the local places. Because see, the local places aren't doing the best right now. Hospitality isn't on the up and up because of the economy at the moment. So if the mom and pop places in the local spots don't have the budget to pay creators what you think you're worth, who does? It's the big places that I just mentioned. So instead of spinning your wheels to produce the same content as all the other local food creators, you need to be having content that is good enough that a place like Chili's or a place like Longhorn or somewhere like Applebee's wants to partner with you and sees the value in that. The person who figures out a way to pivot first and master that is then going to become the blueprint. Stop chasing behind everybody else's coattails and complaining about not getting paid and go to where the money is at. Newsflash, it's probably not in the local places. When you are approaching these big name brands who do have the budget, do you have the content? And not is your page full of all these places that you've gone to, but these brands don't want to see all these different color schemes that you got everywhere. All these transitions you got between every clip. This is how I know most of these food creators not really working with businesses and brands like they want to be, is because big name brands and businesses want content that they can reproduce and recreate on their own social media platforms and or websites or in commercials. And they pay for all of those things. Your videos need to be crisp, clear, bright, all these different color grades. Like, why am I watching your video and you're eating French fries and the ketchup looks orange? What's going on? Why is it at the beginning of the clip, your skin was its normal tone? In the middle of the clip, it was black and white. And by the end of the clip, the saturation was so high. I don't know if you are African American or Oompa Loompa. I don't know what's going on. Brands notice things like that. Local places are great to patronize and great to tell your audience about, but the big bucks and the brand deals that you want are with the big name businesses who got the budget to pay. It's football season. Have you been to Chili's? Because you can't just want the deal and you haven't even showed them what you can do in their restaurant. You could create content for them and it do so well that they say, hey, we see this video. Can we buy it from you? Hey, we see you created this video about our triple dipper deal. We need you to go back and make another video. This is how much we want to pay you. That's what it really looks like. It doesn't look like going to the mom and pop shop and then complaining that they don't want to pay you when they simply just don't have the budget. And as it pertains to these football games that the men complaining about that they can't watch unless they are subscribed to a million different streaming services, who's showing the local games? Who's showing the Tampa Bay Bucks? Who's showing the Jacksonville Jaguars? Is it Chili's? Is it Applebee's? Is it Fridays? Is it Miller Ale House? Who has the specials? What time is happy hour? What are they serving? Is it a certain day they ought to go if they want wings? Is it a certain day they ought to go if they want a beer special? How about espresso martinis and margaritas and all the girly type of drinks? Like, I think people are so wrapped up into doing what everybody else is doing that no one has forward thinking and is thinking outside of the box. And like I said, the people who are going to be sustainable, who are going to make the money and get the deals and do things with the big brands are the ones who know when it's time to pivot. When everybody is complaining, babes, it's time to pivot. And everybody ain't going to be able to pivot because some people really are monkey see, monkey do. They literally don't know what to do unless they see somebody else do it first. So do it first. Make sure your videos are clear and concise. Stop using the same words to describe every single thing you put in your mouth from different restaurants. We know it's so good. Now, this is why I kept using the term food creator very loosely. Because again, if you are a food content creator, all of the content on your page cannot just be you going to restaurants, getting paid or not, to get a free meal or not, or telling me about local places only or not. In this economy, when the government is shut down, federal employees are not getting a check, SNAP benefits are not being paid out, what are the deals at the grocery stores? Can you get a deal with Kroger or Publix or Whole Foods or Aldi? Aldi got a $40 Thanksgiving meal prep. How come I ain't seen nobody talk about that? Walmart got one now too. Ain't seen a soul say nothing about it because you too busy at the local places telling people to come spend their money there when you have to know your audience and you have to know the economy. People are taking that restaurant money and going to the grocery store. What are the local deals? What can they get to make a meal that's going to stretch for their family for a few days? Because $50 in a restaurant and $50 at the grocery store looks very different. But again, if you're a food creator, this is something that you should already be doing. You shouldn't just be telling people where to go spend their money at the local restaurant. Tell them how they can make their dollar stretch with food if you are a food creator. Again, this will require you to step outside the box and do your own thing and not follow the crowd. Monkey see can't always be what the monkey do. And even if you somebody that can't cook, there's plenty of places that you can encourage your audience to order from, whether it's Uber Eats or DoorDash or Grubhub or Instacart, where they can order family meals. Bonefish got a deal because I looked at it today. And what made me look at it was the fact that because I always get my groceries through Instacart, there's a deal on there that if I spend $35, I get $25 off. If I spend $25, I get $10 off. I think when I went to Bonefish, if I spent $40, they was going to give me a free Bang Bang shrimp appetizer. Like, again, if you are a food creator, you should know about all of these food specials that you can tell your audience about. Because at a certain point, your audience is going to get tired of hearing you say, go here and spend your money. Go there and spend your money. Just for one meal, tell them what they can spend their money on that's going to carry them through a few days and not just one meal, one restaurant, one time. Let's start diversifying that food content from just restaurant reviews and talk about all facets of food. Because even if you can't cook, there's plenty of other things that you could do. Prime example, I am not a food content creator, but I do have a food series because I do enjoy cooking. Do you know how many brand deals I have gotten just from cooking on my page. I've done a deal with Fryaway. I just got PR from a mocktail brand. I also am working with, for the second time now, a tree-infused drink business. I've worked with Carpe Diem and their noodles. And the thing about it is, when you do this content organically because you love it, your audience most times can't tell when you're fusing in brand deals because it already just comes across as organic because you do this anyway. It's November, so most brands already have their holiday campaigns already on the up and up. They already have their creators selected, products sent, brief dates assigned, posting dates assigned. But January 1 is coming up. Figure out how you can get in where you fit in and do something more than restaurant reviews. How is it that you can offer your audience value without telling them to go spend their money on something that they have no return on after they do it one time? Is it the Aldi Thanksgiving special or the Walmart Thanksgiving special? If I spend this amount of money at this restaurant, I walk away with a $25 gift card that can be used within the first quarter of the year. Something other than, hey, Orlando, listen up, Orlando. Go here, because this tastes great. The flavors are there. I couldn't believe how good this was. Enough is enough, and we're tired. Anywho, I think that's enough ranting and raving from a full-time creator for one video, so see y'all next time.